Hello and welcome back to my Astro Imaging Journey channel. Today we're going to be pre-processing the data for NGC4147, the Kick the Can cluster. So let me get my files added in here. And so bear with me for a few minutes while I get this all set up. Alright, and I'm going to disable the master dark. I'm going to try something in this one. I dither all of my, where's the term I'm looking for? In SGP, I have it set to dither every so many frames. So the theory is that the noise should be canceled out. And if you saw the problems I was having in the last couple episodes with the Cat's Eye Nebula, I just want to check to see what my noise and background is going to look like for this. This particular target was having some issues stacking back in the day. It was actually one of the first ones I completed. I just never got around to doing it because when I was using the batch pre-processing script, it just could not stack more than, I think, 20 or 30 frames. So we're just going to let this run, and let's hope and pray that at the end of this we'll have something that's useful. Alright, we should be done, and we are done. So that took about 20 minutes to complete. And what's up next? Color calibration. Alright, so let me get to that. Okay, now that we've brought up cosmetic correction, let's go ahead and get our settings. Let's open our files first. Alright, we've got them opened up, so let's open up one of the files. We want to try to find the sweet spot for our sliders to remove the hot pixels. So let's take a look. Let's try to find ourselves some hot pixels first. Alright, I'm not going to use the master dark this time. I just want to see what we get just using the sliders. So let's just double check our settings here, and then we will start processing the cosmetic correction. Alright, so let's apply global. And let's see how many pixels it corrects. Alright, 48,000 pixels corrected. That's way too aggressive. So I think I'm going to have to pause it or abort this and do this again. Bear with me for a second while this gets back there. Alright, it's aborted, so let's open up a preview again and play with those sliders one more time. Alright, I think I got it where I need it to be, so it won't try to remove so many pixels. So let's get everything closed out and apply global. And let's see where we're at here in a second. Alright, as you can see, we're removing 140, somewhere between 140 and 300 pixels. I can live with that. So let's let this finish and we'll be back. Alright, that has completed. So let's get on to deburying our files. So let's go ahead and clear that out, add our new files. Double check our output directory, looks right. So apply global. We'll be back when that's done. And we should be, and we're done. All right, so next up, subframe selector process. So as before, let's go ahead and clear it out, add our new files. Gotta make sure we add our debared files. Select measure. Make sure our output directory is correct and apply global. So let's let this run. Back in a few. All right, it's done measuring. So let's find our best subframe here. All right, and let's open it up, send it to workspace 2 so we can do a quick peek at it. Not liking that haze, but it's kind of centered a little low, but that's okay. So let's go back. And I need to make note of what file that is. So bear with me for a minute here. All right, I got my file noted. So next we need to output those subframes. So we'll select it from the drop down and apply global. We'll be back when it's done. All right, and we're done. So let's just double check that progress real quick. And yeah, all of them were successful. So let's close that out and get on to our star alignment. So let's go ahead and double check our reference frame. Make sure we go into our debared, or excuse me, weighted directory and find our file. Let's add all of our files back in. Double check our output directory. Might have to adjust those, but let's run through this once and see what we get first. All right, well, as we can see, it doesn't look good for the star alignment. So let's go ahead and abort, and I'm gonna have to play with some of those values under the star detection, I believe it is. So let's wait for this to get done and then we'll start playing around. And let me just increase a couple of these values and try again. All I did was just bump up 2 of those values by 1 just to see if it'll help out a little bit. Alright, as you can see, it's not working. So let's abort again. And let's try bumping up. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Alright, let's bump that one up 1 or 2. I'm just reading through the flyout text, so bear with me for a minute. Alright, let's try that. See what happens. Alright, clearly that's not working either, so I've already aborted. Let me check a couple of these others out and see what we'll end up doing. Alright, let's see how this one works. Alright. Once again, trial and error. Let's see what we get. I wonder if these first couple files are just bad enough that they won't align no matter what I do. So let's see here. Yeah. Just not working. Alright. Let me give it a couple more files here just to see. Oh, there's one. See if another one pops in. Alright. Might end up with a few that might actually work, so let's let this run and see what we get. Be back when it's done. Alright, should be coming up here. And we're done. So let's go check out how many succeeded. Alright, it looks like 422 succeeded, so I will take that. And yep, I'll take that. So let's go ahead and close this out and local normalization. So once again, let's get our reference frame. Trying to find it. Bear with me for a second. Alright, let's add our files in. And I screwed up. I didn't go into my registered directory. I was still in the weighted directory. So rinse and repeat. Alright, double check our output directory and apply global. So this is going to take a while to run, so I'm going to pause it we'll be back when it's done. Alright, and we should be, yep, we're done. So we'll get this one closed out here in a minute. Alright, and next up we'll do image integration. So let's clear this out. Let's go ahead and add all of our files. Make sure we're in our registered directory. Add those local normalization files. Give it a minute, there we go. So now we'll do our drizzle files. And wonder what's going on there. Alright, so that error message was 422 drizzle files of 423 were applied, so somebody didn't have a drizzle data. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems, but we'll let this run and see what we end up with. Alright, it failed. Probably because it didn't have that drizzle file. So let me get this corrected and we will see what we end up with. Alright, sorry for being quiet on that. So I just removed the one file. If you saw, there was the little caret D caret that was missing on one of the files, so I just removed that. And the other thing I forgot to do was set my reference image. So that has been set. By default, it will use the first image in the list if you do not set the reference image. So I've done that, and we will let this run, and I'll be back when it's complete. Alright, we should, yep, we're done. Okay, let's see here, let's close that out. Let's look at our image and see what type of data we're working with. A lot of red cast, some haloing. Might be able to work with that though. So let's get this file saved. And I don't think I'm going to drizzle this one. I think I'm just going to leave it be and see what I can work with. I can always come back and try to redo it later on. But for now, I think I'm going to call this one done for this episode. And please stick around for the new outro and have a good one.
Thanks for watching yet another episode from the Astroimaging Journey channel. Really appreciate your viewership. In our upper right, we have the latest video that I have posted prior to this one. Down in the lower right, we have what YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Below is a subscription link. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you so choose, ring that bell if you want to get notified of something new, and as always, thank you. Clear skies. Remember, dude.